So welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to give you guys an update on the fish room. I haven't done much down here in the fish room this past week due to being really sick, but your boy's starting to feel a little bit better, so I decided to give you guys a little quick update on what's going on. I made a few changes down here, and we're also going to talk about a few projects that is going to be happening here very soon now that I'm feeling a little bit better. We'll start this tank. This tank still got all these African cichlids in here looking really good. I am going to be breaking this tank down and selling off all these African cichlids at the next swap. So if you're looking for some nice mabunas that are not mean and nasty, I will have these guys available for a really, really good price. I do want to tear this tank down and do a nice, beautiful planted tank in here. So give me some suggestions on what type of fish you guys think I should do. Have no clue, to be honest. I feel like I've had every fish you can want or think of over the years, so it's really hard to decide what type of fish I want to keep nowadays. But we're going to break this tank down, turn it into a nice, beautiful planted tank, and then just see where we go from there. But for right now, they looking good. Still thriving, breeding like crazy, as always. But let me know what you guys think. Over here, this tank, let me turn the light off behind us so we can see this tank a little bit better. I went ahead and moved all the Odessa Barbs that I had left over into this aquarium, so these guys can grow out in here. This is definitely one of my favorite tanks down here in the fish room because it has all this hornwort in here. It just looks insane, and the tank looks so deep in the back. It just looks super deep. But we got all these Odessa Barbs in here. You can see we got quite a few males that are starting to really put on some color. Some that are brighter than others, but we definitely got quite a few males and quite a few females in here as well. So I'm going to be growing these guys out for my own personal keeps, and then I will be importing and bringing more in because I know people were definitely interested in the Odessa Barbs. But just a beautiful fish. Can't wait to just watch these guys grow up and get some really nice looking males. Still got my swordtails in here as well, and there's also some stir-bys. You can see one little stir-by back there, and there's some shrimp in here, and God knows what else. This is a very interesting tank. Doesn't look like much, but in person, this is a very, very interesting tank, and there's just so much going on in this aquarium. I just stand here and just watch it for hours because it's just so much activity in between the rocks and crevices and up in the hornwort. You just find life everywhere. It's just life all throughout this aquarium. So really interesting tank, and I like how it's starting to come out. So that's what's going on in that aquarium. Over here, I just recently did the Congo Tetra tank. I rescaped it and added all the rest of the Congo Tetras that I had left over. As you can see, there's tons of Congo Tetras in here now. I think it's probably about a good 40 of them if you add in my bigger ones that I already had. So it's about 40 of these guys in here. I want to grow these smaller ones out to get some nice, more good looking males and just a nice breeding group of them. Then I'll sell off the rest because it's going to be hard to keep this many Congo Tetras in a 55 gallon. But for right now, it's working. Look at this long fin bristlenose pleco that I had raised from nothing. I love to see the fish that I raise up just start to mature and grow into a full grown fish. Really nice. Look at the Carbensi, looking great today. No breeding activity out of them yet, but who knows? You can see the female back there. I don't know when they're gonna get it together, but one day they will. But yeah, so redid this tank, added a nice piece of driftwood over here in this area, and then I just covered the whole substrate with just different types of sword plants. You see there's some like sword plants with these weird textures on the leaves. There's some regular swords. There's probably like 4 or 5 different type of swords right here in this little area. There's also some smaller crypts in here as well that kind of like just buried in between all the plants. And I think it looks really good. I really like how this driftwood bring a little different element. Driftwood is definitely something that brings a different element to your aquarium, just makes everything pop a little bit more. So kind of glad I did that. I added a few different type of stem plants in here, so we got quite a few different stems that are looking really well in here as well. I think there's another one back here. Yeah, so plants is looking good, tank is looking great, fish are looking great. Orange swordtails are still thriving. Been getting a lot of new babies out of them as well. So everything is just working naturally and just doing what it's doing here. I love this tank. It looks amazing. So that's what's going on in that aquarium. Over here, I just recently did this one as well. Added a bunch of more plants in here. Tons of stem plants. As you can see, it's just plants everywhere in this aquarium. This is pretty much like a Dutch style tank, meaning that there's less hardscape and more plants. And that was really kind of like the idea I wanted. So we got a few rocks, but it's just mainly 90% plants in this aquarium. This tank pretty much runs off of no filtration. It has a little bit of filtration, but it's not much going on in this aquarium. The plants are pretty much doing all the work in here. And as you can see, the tank look good, the fish look good. Everything is just thriving in this aquarium. Now, I do want to maybe take these particular fish out of here and get like a nice schooling fish, but I just don't know. Like, I feel like I had every fish in the world. And so it's just really hard to decide what type of fish I want to keep nowadays. So maybe give me suggestions on that, what we should put in here. I don't know. These fish that's in this tank I've had forever. A lot of them are old and, are just probably about ready to go. So it's time to do something different in this aquarium. Look at this little ram in here. I had this little fish forever. It has not grown either. It just stays that small. So I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, so let me know what we should do in this tank. I still love my roseline shark though. Probably never get rid of him. I raised him up from nothing, a little baby. And he's looking amazing. But yeah, let me know what you think I should do different with this tank, because I have no clue. Not even gonna lie to you. I have zero clue what to do. Over here, just recently redid this aquarium as well and added in all my angelfish. So we got a nice angel tank going on, and I really love this tank. Let's see if we can get these guys to come up to act like they want to eat. I just fed them, so they probably not too excited. But we got all the angels that I had recently picked up in here. Just letting these guys grow up a little bit, so they are available for sale. But they definitely looking good though. Still got my original black one and the two platinum or diamond types. I don't know exactly which types they are, but beautiful angelfish. And the tank itself looks amazing. Added a bunch of plants in here as well. A little bit of driftwood just to add a little contrast. But the focal of this tank is all these nice stem plants in the back. I'm loving stem plants, and I think I'm going to really start doing stem plants. Normally I just do like crypts, which is like all these plants out here in the front. But I'm really starting to fall in love with the stem plants. They grow really well in my water, and they are fast growing plant, and they help suck out a lot of the nitrates and ammonia, so your tank just stays really crystal clear. As you can see, this tank looks amazing right now. So it's about, I don't know, 25, 30 angels in here, and gonna grow these guys out. This one right here, I really like him. He looks good. So I'm gonna grow these guys out, sell a few, and keep the rest, and we're just gonna have a nice little angel tank. But for right now, it looks great, and that's what's going on in this aquarium. Let's see what's going on here with the lake Tanganyikans. Are looking good, still breeding like crazy. Just noticed some brand new babies of these multis in here, which is always a good sign. Just so many generations, so many generations. I think I'm going to break this tank down too as well and do a planet tank. So my vision, let me just give you guys a little vision here. All these tanks, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tanks that's at the top. These are going to all be planet aquariums, beautiful planet tanks. That's my goal. And then everything else down here in the fish will be either for breeding or whatever the case may be. But I want some really nice show tanks down here, some nice planet tanks. So this one's going to get broken down. We're going to take a lot of the fish in here that are breeding, set them up in their own breeding aquariums, and then we'll just turn this into another beautiful planet aquarium along with this one as well that has our albino African coelacanths here. I put a different light on here because I had to use the other light for some plants, so you can kind of really see the fish in here. But I want to do something with this tank as well. I got about 300 of these babies, so I really probably am going to sell off this breeding group that I have in here and just raise the babies up, and then we'll just turn this to another planet tank as well. I did move the electric blue cars pair down here to this 20-gallon. So these guys are down here. We're going to try to get them to spawn down in this 20-gallon. I think they've been here for like 24 hours, so they're not really settled in just yet. But eventually they will, and hopefully we can get some fry out of them because I really want some. I got 2 pairs. I'm probably going to end up moving the next pair next door to them. Could probably induce them to kind of spawn a little bit, but we'll see how things play out with that. I still have all these Severs in here. These guys are going to get a bigger tank so they can start growing a little bit faster, but they have been doing great, eating good. really aggressive eating fish. I didn't really notice that. I wish I could put these guys in a planted tank because they would probably go up top to one of my show tanks, but they eat plants, so they have to stay in a boring tank like this or something, which sucks because I really like to put my fish in planted aquariums. But that's what's going on down there. Haven't really done much with the 20 gallons down at the bottom. Haven't really changed much of nothing because I've just been sick, haven't been feeling the greatest. Still got a bunch of bristlenose plecos down there growing out, a bunch of African cichlids down there growing out. But that's pretty much what's going on there. Let's check down here in the back. Still got this tank full of all these Tapajos. So these guys have been doing really well. I am going to be selling these at the next swap. So if you're looking to get some really nice Tapajos, I will have these available. I am going to keep some of these bigger ones that I have and put them in my 120 gallon. But a lot of these smaller ones I'm going to be selling off to give you guys the ability to have some beautiful Tapajos. But that is going to be pretty much it for today's video. Still not feeling the greatest, so don't want to do too much talking. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will give you an update on all the rest of the stuff in a different video. There's a lot more to come, getting back on my schedule, so stay tuned for more videos. A lot more is coming. But for right now, this is going to be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys had a good day. And I will catch you in the next one. And let me know, did we take a W on these tanks right here? Because I definitely think we did. All right, I'm out of here.